Alright guys, this one's going to be kind of quick. I do apologize. I was at home and got out of all the winter storms, survived, had a bulldozer come scrape me out of my own driveway. It was waist deep in snow. So what we got, I had to go over and pick up my trailer in Spokane. I was looking for a load, and finally this one popped up all the way down to Boise. So 380 miles later, I ended up in Boise to pick up this load for Miami. So it's 2 bottle carts, and what it is just 2 carts banded down to crating with temporary tarps over it. So we're definitely going to have to tarp down, and you can kind of see inside everything is all taken care of, but we can't touch any of the materials or any of the product. Get this tarp up a little bit. Sorry about the racket. And you can kind of see through. I had to feed my straps. What I did was I fed them with my winch bar, and I punched them through from the buckle side, and I come around and pull it through, and then I could tie it down, directly to the pallet, and that's all good. They are steel banded and everything was tight. Tires are sitting inside of the seams. They've been doing this a long time, so that's all good. So I've got to do 1 tarp. So I had to pull everything over, and I'll bunch it and roll it up in the rear. Let's take a look. Pulling bungees out is like herding cats. But I've got my tarp started this way, and I'll try and shoot it when it's all done. We'll try and do a nice tight tarp job, because I do have 2,800 miles to go, and it should be fine. I'll be pretty much out of time when I get down to Miami, so yeah. Well, it should be a hot ticket. So you can kind of see I had them leave a little bit of gap for me, and that lines up with this trailer and the way the side rail works, and I have room to tuck everything and have a little bit of room to work with. So I'm not worried about anything sliding. The total weight on the load is 1,360 pounds, and that's it. I mean, everything's under 2,000. I've got 4 straps on. That's for load control, not necessarily always just the weight, but the piece size. Everything is good. And then I am going to try and we'll see how it goes with the 2-inch strap. If you don't see them at the end, it's because it put too much pressure on the crating. I don't want to tie it down too tight and collapse anything, because it is all wood. It's nailed very well. Looks like ring shank nails too. So the whole thing is trying to keep the tarp from billowing. A long way to go, and I'm not for strapping over the tarps, so that's another thing, is just to keep for tarp control. So I'm crossing a lot of spaces of the country that are going to be heavy in February, as far as possibility of storms. I can't believe it. It's 48 degrees in Boise in mid-February, and it's like, what? It's crazy, absolutely crazy. It was sub-zero up in Montana, and hope everybody had a good holiday. But that's pretty much it. I'll stop yakking, and we'll get back to you in just a few with the finished job. Well, hey everybody, I didn't get a chance to finish the video at the customer. I shut my engine off, and I heard an air leak, so crawled under and found it, and it was a small air line with the sleeper control valve. So it was really not that bad, but you could hear it, so it's an audible air leak. I pulled into Kenworth and took the line off and went in and got the parts. It's $9.61, so pretty cheap. And I put the darn thing on myself. Everything was hot ticket, so I've got to tighten these down a little bit. Everything is just frozen. Yeah, it won't even move, so I'm gonna have to pay attention and get some of this stuff on. But anyways, I did throw the 2-inch on, and I just tightened my 4s down. I rolled the tarp up on the back, just rolled it and then put a strap over it. So it's kind of hard to see. But this was all just in one night. This is all fresh snow. It's about 4 inches, I'm guessing. And there for a while I was kind of parked in. People on left and right of me, and people in the angles so close to us that, you know, he couldn't pull out. So any port in a storm will work. It's pretty crazy. So, I mean, it's a small package, like you say, and not a lot of weight, but it'll get me somewhere where I can make a couple of bucks, pay the bills. And that's about it. So I'm going to go around the truck, check everything out. And it's definitely one of those mornings when you step out, you want to make sure you got good 3-point contact, because I was stepping on several inches of snow, and of course it compacts immediately, and it can easily, you slip your foot right off, and then you go off and you can hurt yourself. So, but this is just going to take a little finagling to get this to thaw out enough where I can just get it a little tightened. It was mostly just for tarp control. The load's covered with the straps down here, but everything's holding tight. I like it. It's just been a rough winter for everybody. We're up at home. Had to have a bulldozer come get me out. Good neighbor came by, and it was waist deep. It was up to the hood, and I'll be danged if I shoveled all around the truck, and the trailer was in the workshop, so it wasn't at home, or I never would have got it out. It would have been a lot of extra work. But I did get it all fixed up, repaired, placards and lights and this and that, and the decking screws, and a bunch of other garbage. But once I got out, he scraped it down to ice. I was on my snow melt around all my tires. I just drove right out. It was no problem. So I carry a bag of that with me, of the snow melt stuff that you can slip a little under your tires if you're caught on some ice in a parking lot. So that helps a lot. It's another tip. And it's just more crap to carry, but when you don't have it, and you'd love to have a bag of it. It's not very expensive, but when you don't have it, that's when you need it. But we're going to get out of here. This says Lyman, Wyoming. I was waiting for the road reports to show up on the phone a little better, and there looks like only one black ice spot for a short distance, so we'll just have to be careful. We know what mile markers they are. I'm looking ahead for that just to make sure I don't have any problems. The rest of it's wet. It's supposed to be 79 in Denver. It's flipping February, mid-February. It's 79? Are you nuts? Oh well, I'll put up with it. I'll just get out of here. So looking over here, yeah, trucks are moving pretty good, so we'll see you on the road.